Hey everybody, so this morning I'm flying solo. Mel's not feeling good, and there's a sale right up the street that I want to check out. Hopefully get there before any dealers. It looks pretty interesting. And hopefully after that I'll come back and get Mel. So let's go have a look. Well, I checked out that sale, and it turned out being someone that I already knew from flea markets and stuff like that. So I mostly had already looked at his records, and but I managed to grab a few interesting things that we'll check out later. So nothing too terribly exciting, but good to see him again. Okay, so we're gonna get going today. We got a few sales to go to. One in which the guy running it actually just says name your own price, and he has gear and records. So we're just gonna go see what's out there.
Here's to happy hunting.
Cool year. So I just got out of the first yard sale. Turns out they didn't want to sell the records. She said she had a bunch of, like 1,000 records that were her dad's and a Technics turntable, but she decided not to sell them. But I did grab that Sony receiver and changer for $5 each. The Sony receiver has phono, which I'm always looking for a decent receiver with phono. It's always good to have. And it was name your own price, so I said $5 each, and they said cool. So now we keep moving. Well, we discovered the flea market we hadn't been to in a long time is open, so we're gonna pop in here and check it out. These are not interesting. Yeah, I don't think there was anything remotely interesting. That'd be fun.
Underground something.
No. Got a decent little stack of jazz records here. Some Miles, some Soul, Blue Note, more Miles, Billy Paul, Phonics, Dramatics. Not bad for less than $1 a piece. Well, we just walked out of that flea market. The guy who normally has records didn't have any. He said he sold out. But we did find that little stack of jazz stuff with some pretty nice stuff in there. So it was definitely worth a stop. So we're just going to move on to the next one. Here, hold on. Christmas records and German records.
I think it's a destroyed box set.
It's not part of the box set, they're just stuck in here. Just nonsense. Yep. As you saw at that estate sale, it was your standard thrift store stuff. Polka, Bing Crosby, German music, Christmas albums. We've kind of been hoping, and it's a common thing amongst record collectors, that, you know, the next generation of estate sales will have More interesting music, more rock and roll. As always, that's mostly what we're looking for. Jazz, soul, that kind of stuff. But for now, this is kind of what we're stuck with. So we walk away empty-handed and just look for the next one.
Couple bucks.
Guy from the Bee Gees.
The 2 buckets, the blender, and the tea lights 10.
Wasn't there?
2 buckets, blender, the tea lights 10.
Oh, okay. $10 for that. Okay.
I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sale was interesting. It was really dark in there, so you probably couldn't see a lot of the records. I grabbed a decent copy of Neil Young's Harvest and a quad Roberta Flack, which I'd never seen before, and just a few other things. So it was worth the trip. Sure.
Probably just take it.
Well, that was the last yard sale of the day. There really wasn't. I mean, there were some records, but they were nothing interesting. So that pretty much does it for us today. But we did find some good stuff at the flea market. So.
And a receiver.
And the receiver. So I think we did pretty good. But that'll do it for us. So here are the records we got today. Did pretty good. We're in no particular order. I have a buddy who's always looking for Laura Nero, so I picked that stuff up for him. Most of these were a little less than $1. Kind of got a package deal for most of these, the jazz and soul stuff anyway. That's the last one. Not a whole lot, but definitely worth getting out there and looking around.